Makes us move on to Bears Repeating. That is an interesting name for what I presume could be a boss level. I'm assuming this is a boss level. It might not be. Let's see. Loading screens take forever because, again, PS4. PS5's... We're waiting for you. We're waiting for you. I've certainly been considering putting an SSD in my PS4. Specifically because I'll be playing a lot on it for the next month or two. So it doesn't seem like this is a boss level, because it's an actual level, which... This reminds me a lot of... not Snowgirl. Snowgirl was a level on this game. There's a level in Crash 2 which starts with a very similar box layout to that. And then instead of the skiing enemies, it had... I think it was oh, you can't slide into those. Again, I do feel the need to point out that I am dying repeatedly, yet I am gaining lives. I have 76 lives. I have way too many lives for the amount of times I died. If I only died 3 times per level, as the game is asking of me to do because of the gems, I probably got, like, well over 100, like 200 lives probably at this point. I don't know if 99 is the maximum amount of lives in this game. I wouldn't be surprised if this game goes up to 999 lives, because it's just... Fuck everything. We promised you retro mode, and technically speaking, we gave it to you, but really, did we? Did we though? Did we? This is gonna be... not that bad, actually. How many boxes do we have? 227 again! Way too many boxes for a single level. I don't like it. Oh, I don't like that either. I do not like that. Can we just slide? We can! Okay, so now don't die, because I probably can't repeat that maneuver. I said do not die. This is... okay, so this is where the platforming itself actually gets tricky, apparently. So, surely we are at least, like, aiming towards endgame content here, right? This feels like it could be the start of the endgame. There's a lot of bottomless pits, a lot of boxes on top of the bottomless pits. Also, I think I saw a gem there. I did. I'm kind of proud of myself that I spotted that. Not gonna lie. I kind of feel like that was well done on my part, and this feels really satisfying. I don't think... damn it! I was trying to rate the thing and not die at... oh, I have to do all of that again. Oh, that was... I felt very good about myself there. Because I did a lot of very tricky, at least tricky looking things back to back. It's not that bad, actually, once you think about it. Once you don't think about it, I should say. It's again, it's actually not that tricky. It looks a lot more difficult than it is, but with a double jump you get a lot of distance, and it's really not that bad, turns out. But yeah, it seems like the colored gems, which I'm going to have to make a video about where all the colored gems are, because those videos end up generally doing fairly well, are just gems you find in, like, in levels. It doesn't seem like it tells you which levels are the colored gem levels, unlike in the original trilogy where you could actually see that. Or at least in Crash 2 and 3 you could see that. I don't know about the original Crash 1 if you could. In the Insane trilogy you definitely can. Okay, here we go again. Timing with ice physics. No. You know what? That's on me. Because that makes sense. That makes perfect sense. You go fuck yourself. Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense. We saw those things falling down. And then when we're one layer higher, of course they're still going to be falling down. Even if we now have platforms, they go from being platforms to being stage hazards. That's actually very cleverly designed. Again, it's another positive... Ah, that's so close. It's another positive to this power-up specifically. That is... Will I survive that? I did! Wow! I feel like I shouldn't have. But I also feel like they know that you probably will mess up that jump at least once. So we wait, and then we... Real tricky to do that without stopping time. I want this one. They won't give it to me, never mind. Oh, they do! Do they give it to me? Did they give it to me? I don't... That's a lot of nitro crates. And there's going to be a timeline level for this one as well, because we saw the... That was close. We saw the thing. What's its face?
Oh, how I've missed this.
Hello, Cortex! Hello, Polar! It's a Polar level! Are we supposed to catch up to Cortex? I don't think that we are. So, again, the game is being very... I care more about the box gem than the death gem. The death gem is easier to get later on anyway. Oh, hello, that's a bonus level. I didn't even see that. Again, the game being very self-aware with Cortex saying, oh, how I've missed this. When you are about to ride Polar. Because Polar is probably one of the most beloved parts about the original trilogy. Well, not Polar specifically, maybe, because in the third game, it was changed to being... Let's do this on top. Okay, that's tricky. That is tricky indeed. It was changed to Pura, I think, is the name of the tiger, right? No, yeah. Okay, so we do this first. And then we explode the nitro crate by using the time mechanic. Ah, I just didn't have enough time. And then we use the leftover block for that to get on top. Get the last three and then... Okay, that's quite the order of events. I'm going to be honest with you. Let's just go all the way to this side and then slowly make our way back to this side. There is some more boxes, which could potentially be dangerous, I guess, maybe. Is this not a safe place to be? Turns out. But it could be a way to get on top there. Hold on a moment. It could be a way to get on top there, which would be kind of neat. I'm not saying this is bad. I still like it. I am bad at using the power. But it's still a fun power, like, very much so. This is dangerous to do! And yet here we are back again doing these one by one boxes. Taking them out, and I just don't know how they want you to be safe from the nitro explosion, because I don't think you'll be... No, you can't stay on there. Oh, I see. I see. I see. It's actually not that complicated, all things considered. It's fairly straightforward, turns out. Nope. Nope. This is a bit of a dangerous... That was literally... That wasn't even last minute. That wasn't even last second. That was last frame. That was a frame perfect explosion of those nitro crates. I should have very much died there. I didn't, and I'm very glad I didn't, but I should have. See? That's what I was talking about before. That's a pretty tight jump, but that's 27 out of 27. There we go. Wasn't that bad. I got 3 lives, actually. I got 4 lives out of this. We're over 80 lives at this point. Which is kind of ridiculous, and there's still so many boxes left in this level. I was assuming this was going to be the end of the level since like the polar thing seemed like a let's have a little bit of fun before the end of a level. But there's probably going to be even more of this level. That's tricky to get all the boxes. I don't know if I'm going to go for all the boxes here, because that seems like it's going to take forever. Again, the polar levels always were fairly tricky to get all the boxes on. But there were a lot of things going on there. Admittedly, that was just because I was seeing it for the first time. Probably once I get a bit of a... I have to redo it again. Once I get a bit of a feel for the level layout, it's probably not that big of a deal. But because you're pretty much on rails, right? This is pretty much just an on-rail segment. Because you don't have any say in whether or not you want to move forward, only in how quickly you want to move forward. Which is a pretty binary system, because you can either like go very quickly or a little less quickly, but still fairly quick. And you really do need to memorize it all, which I'm not going to do live on stream right now, because that would be very boring. Because I would have to shut up in order to properly remember all the... Okay, we get another chance. I am very curious to see what happens after this level. Because this does seem like it potentially is like your showdown. Or at least leading into your showdown with Cortex. But I very much doubt that this is like the final level or one of the final levels. I'm assuming, since there's still one more mask to go, right? And we got the time mask fairly recently, so... And I know I've complained about the pacing in this game so far, but if we get the final mask right now, that would be like, that would be the final nail in the coffin for the pacing of this game. Jump a little earlier there. And do not run into the trees. Then again, maybe do run into the trees, because I do seem to be gaining in lives still, even though I keep dying over and over again. This is going to be a tough box jump to get. We missed that box. That's real difficult to both... You probably can't... Can you jump over those? Maybe you can jump... No. Surely you can't jump over those. Those rocks, I mean. Seems unlikely that you could. Could you? Maybe you could. If you time it right, maybe you can jump over them. Let me check. I want to just like do 1 or 2 runs here to check if I can run over those. So let's just... No, you definitely can't. Definitely not. So you have to make a very sharp turn there, because what... And that is what happens when you make that turn too sharp. So you have to... Oh, that is a sharp turn. Not impossible, but man, is it tricky. And I jumped into a tree afterwards, because... I said I wasn't going to go for the box jam here, because this is going to take way too much practice to do live right now, and I just want to move on and experience the full game. Yet I am throwing slightly on purpose, but not really. Oh, you can actually slow down a bit as well if you hold the analog stick backwards, I think, maybe? I missed a box there. I'm probably going to die anyway. Again, and I missed some more boxes there. You need to make another sharp turn. Again, it's all about memorization, especially with these polar levels. And, oh man, polar on ice is not ideal. So far, so good, though. I think we're about to hit a checkpoint. Yeah, so we cannot get the box jump at all anymore. Well, that's fine. And they expect you to make it that far into the level without death to get the memory tape, which is quite far. Quite far indeed. Cortex, we're doing a sliding section. I can't help but notice you're flying. The fuck is that about? And this is the end of the level. How many boxes did we miss? 16. All of which definitely were at the end. In that polar section. We did get 4 out of the jumps though. Oh, I can't even imagine doing the polar section in the inverted. That's gonna be hell.